Dice, Nerds, and Nagas, coming at you from beautiful Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Dice, Nerds, and Nagas. 9 out of 10 dentists agree we should probably just stop. But we're doing this for that one dentist, the one that's really a big fan. Thanks, John.
He's the only one who doesn't wake himself.
Yeah.
He's the one who says, this won't hurt a bit.
Says, I don't like this, I don't dislike this, I ignore this. Thanks for a ringing endorsement. Where we left off last time, our PCs had just taken this powerful artifact to use to complete a staff for the keeper of the Grey One tribe of Kobolds that lives at the bottom of this deep, dark, dangerous ruin that they've been delving in for quite a while now. Last few episodes at least. But the staff is complete. The Grey Ones are performing their ritual to get them the key, and they strategized a little bit about how to better take on the horrible dragon Nagas. So where we left off, they were sleeping. All of them were sleeping. So we'll start with them being woken up by being woke. So you know what, the criminal justice system is racist. But also, they're being woken by some of the Kobold helpers saying, the keeper wishes to speak to you, down the stairs, Chamber of the Key. So you're all sort of led down there in the early hours of the morning. You go down several flights of stairs, and finally, in front of you, sit several kobolds holding incense and chanting, dressed in robes. Now, yes.
No, I just wanted to mention a couple of
Okay, he's a little bit late getting down there, I guess. And he puts on his armor. Now, if I remember, you were spying on the wizard's party last night.
Yes.
The things that Buddy was able to hear were mostly in relation to their most recent adventure. They were talking a little bit about, Nima is heartbroken over Preston getting killed. They're talking about fiery iron golems and traps and things like that. And he was kind of going over like, what can we have done for this to work out better?
They haven't talked about anything we found on the architecture.
Oh, well, what do you mean?
Because the buddy is kind of greedy. He's wondering if they get the many treasures because he's easy.
Not really. They went down there, they got the gems. Preston got smashed to a pulp by some iron golems, and they bailed as quickly as they possibly could.
Tuned to their finger. Figured out with the necklace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was that necklace? Remember the dark elf? The necklace was turned invisible?
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Now, I believe it was invisibility, right? I think that's
She said she clutched it and then
It turned invisible.
disappeared.
But I don't know. That could be a blink. It could be a dimensional door.
Dimension door. Okay, how about this? Yeah, it opens an instantaneous dimension door once per day.
Okay. Maybe that's how she got to the other side of the door.
So, let's see, beyond that, not a lot of really useful information or loot or anything that Buddy could steal. He probably was bored, to tears by the end of it. Again, these people with all their emotions. Blah, 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 blah.
In the middle of the night. But I would also like Buddy to have snuck into the forest, locate a small animal, about dog-sized, and put a crown on its head.
What crown?
The mummy's crown. And he's going to try to ride it like a donkey.
Okay. Oh yeah, the mummy's crown that you guys got earlier. Okay. Well, so you, I guess, in the night, Buddy, thinking, like,
Buddy
what went wrong in my life to lead to this being my job now? But he dutifully, somewhat, goes out and finds a large flamingo-like bird.
This is what he's going to do. He's going to hop on its back, put the mummy's crown in its head, take the mummy's severed hand that you kept, and smack it on the tootie as he rides it.
Well, as he places the false crown of kingly wisdom on the large bird creature's head, it withers, ages, and dies almost immediately. feels it like just looks like a friggin' dried up bird jerky.
He had this plan to smack it and ride it.
Wow, that's good. Make rations.
Okay.
So that's what happened over the night.
Okay.
So now, was anyone else? There was something you were praying to Grandpa Turtle.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could make any sort of
Roll
connection,
a
get any feelings.
Hundo.
Alright, these seem holy.
If they lose 7.
42. No, nothing particular. That is the meaning of life, I
How many
suppose.
roads, Adrian?
A towel falls onto your head from above, but that's it.
That tower.
Who knows? But it's always good to have one in the shower.
I shall keep that tower.
But beyond that, no, Grandfather Turtle doesn't send you a message or anything and say, oh, you're a special boy, come find me. Nothing along those lines, sadly. At the time was kind of Now, where we left off, you guys had been led by the Kobolds down to the chamber. What's going on there?
No, I've owned this game forever, but Mark is the first person to lift up the troll's skirt and look underneath to see what's under the loincloth.
No wonder they're so angry all the time. Proportionally, that's not much.
Do they have a tiny...
There's nothing. It's flat.
The cloth from this side. Well,
Anyways.
Okay, guys.
Anyways.
Oh dear God.
shaken. Anyway.
For the third time. Anyways. Moving on past that hilarious tidbit that could not have been left on the editing, cutting room floor. So the kobolds are chanting, they're lighting incense and praying. Now let's see, the ancient kobold staff stands upright in the center of this circle of kobolds praying. Let's see, they all face, the skulls on the staff face the great stone slab blocking the way. And the Racier, the leader of the tribe, begins explaining to you guys the nature of this ritual. They say, oh, it takes all night. We have to basically chant the ancient name of almost all the gods in this building. Some of them have no worshippers, but we keep their name alive, and that's what we're doing. We're just chanting all the names of the gods in ritual. And eventually, we'll get this door open. As he is explaining this all to you, though, another smaller ash gray-colored kobold runs down the steps hurriedly with a message for the keeper. I'm trying to think, what do kobolds speak? Probably Draconic, I guess, or like dragon fanboys. So I guess you understand what he's saying in Draconic. Does anyone else speak Draconic? No. He says, my keeper, there are drums reverberating through the swamps. Our scouts report large numbers of muckwalkers, though rotting and diseased-looking in their manner. The giant's cave is empty, and I can personally attest to seeing Nagas flying far too close for this all to be a coincidence. The keeper tells the man to form a defensive perimeter, seal all the entrances that we can to the temple, and buy him just as much time as he possibly can. The ritual is nearly complete. And the runner goes back off. The keeper, even without an insight check, you can tell his manner seems a lot more nervous now after hearing this, but he doesn't tell that to you guys necessarily yet. And he just goes on about, oh, so it should just be maybe, another little bit of time. Could be anywhere from 10 minutes to half an hour, and then we'll be able to get you all the key.
Who follows the kobold upstairs? Did you hear it?
But you don't understand Draconic.
Yeah.
I was thinking, do I tell him that doesn't make sense? Because it's well, maybe it does make sense. But
Jesse will just speak to the keeper in Draconic. Do we have anything to worry about?
potentially, yes. I've seen large groups of muckwalkers making their way through the forest almost single-mindedly towards us. I believe that they mean to attack, but muckwalkers alone won't be able defenses, and they say they look diseased and rotten, so I don't know. This is a little out of my, range of experiences, but if they mean to attack, they'll find a stout defense here. Just another tribe of kobolds won't get us again unprepared.
Alright, do you guys have any sort of siege weapons along those lines? Trebuchets, anything that can function to shoot upwards?
I mean, just archers, I guess, blowguns, archers, things like that, posted on the roof. But they'll probably be spending a lot of time just shooting down toward the kobolds.
Is there anything particularly you would like us to do, or just maintain a position beside the tent?
Just stay here a bit, I guess, and make sure that the ritual is completed.
Okay.
That's the most important thing, really. All we need to do is finish this ritual, and we can take the crown and leave this place.
Alright. You guys, there's potentially an army of zombie monk walkers heading this way. But we have to just make sure this ritual gets done.
What were the monk walkers again?
They were one of the first kobold tribe,
From the middle.
Why are they
the one that you basically decimated.
Well, I don't
Killed
know.
most of them.
I don't know if they're zombies per se, but they said they're diseased looking, and I don't know. I just went to zombies because that just feels right.
Okay, disease-looking kobolds.
Now I'm cool.
Alright, so you're gonna go check the battlements or look out the window or whatever, I guess, watch what's happening. So, a few minutes pass by, and the drumming becomes louder and louder, coming from the jungle until it's almost deafening for the defenders, I guess. Everyone else is staying behind and guarding the ritual still?
Yeah, I was gonna wonder, I was gonna ask the Zenbridge, is there any type of large animal you could change into to create a trench surrounding?
Crocodile.
No, I thought maybe you had some giant monster
Giant bully
who could create a trench around the area and make it difficult for them to.
Like a mole or something.
Like a giant mole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
a mole.
get that, but I mean, crocodiles burrow as well.
So,
So that could make them go faster.
Scary.
Okay, never mind.
So, the drumming continues, and cool, you can see a general cry erupts from the defenders as you can see the shape of Noxus swooping down toward the temple. The kobolds are firing their arrows and darts and things, and they seem to bounce off of his tough hide as he unleashes a torrent of poisonous breath right at the windows, the defenders at the top, just covering the whole. Anyone guarding a window or watching out has a chance to get hit by this poisonous attack. So give me a dexterity saving throw, please. If you said you were watching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. 20.
20. So you are fine from that. Let's see.
You're not poisoned.
So you're not poisoned, and
Yeah.
it is going to just be.
Once
You're resistant, right?
Once he's done with it, I wanna sit down and meditate for just a minute. If you're not going to be attacked, I want to see if there's any disease-looking things. I wonder if our friend is here.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Just from.
20.
Well, that's the half damage. But he spends his breath attack and kind of floods into the hall, so you're able to get away from the window, but the poison still takes some of a toll on you.
A minute is a long time in combat. I need to fight now.
He makes a second swoop, does the same thing. This time you don't take any damage because you already moved in. For whoever else is still foolishly trying to guard their spot, and then flies off up into the distance as fast as he can. Now, you guys can hear some commotion, obviously, from up above, but the gas doesn't reach you guys.
Do I, once he does the second attack, can I look up and see what's going on?
Yes.
What happened to the Grey Kobolds?
A lot of them were poisoned to death in the attack. All around you can see, to your left, to your right, some dead kobolds that were manning the windows. hear some general. It just seems like it threw everybody into chaos. Basically, they weren't expecting a huge dragon breath attack yet. But what you see next is quite disheartening, I guess. From the trees comes swarms of zombified kobolds, making their way across the open area, much less opposed than they would have been earlier. And behind them, and in front of them, I guess, large swarms of huge jungle snakes. Obviously, it could be all the snakes in the entire little demi-kingdom that this has been shepherded over here. So that is quickly making its way to the temple. The remaining defenders are trying to pump as many arrows as they can into this horde of zombies, but arrows versus zombie doesn't do super great.
I fire off some eldritch blast at some snakes.
You're not there.
We're
I
downstairs.
was about to ask, where is
We're all
Buddy?
downstairs.
Did Buddy follow me?
No, Buddy would be flying around surveying the ramparts, because that's what he always does.
That's what he always does, he says, after... Not before anything happens, but always after something happens. He was doing this the whole time, it turns out.
Guys, do you think if we pause for a meeting a minute here just to do something, do you think we don't have time?
By the way,
We're staying here to
I just
check.
have to say, that was
If
actually
there were zombies.
Oh, well, it was successful, so that's why it was half damage. You don't have resistance to poison or anything, right? So
If there are zombies and stuff coming, I'm hoping it's not our friend tonight.
How do we know there's zombies?
Well, they said they're diseased and stuff. I'm just going towards zombies.
Okay.
You think I have time for a minute or are we going to fight?
We have to stay inside this building and look out to make sure this thing stays.
Oh, we're inside.
You are inside, yeah.
You're inside the temple. I left to go see what was going on.
Yeah,
he
Because
lost
I
us.
know the zombies.
He asked us all to stay and look out, make sure that the ritual is complete.
Okay.
It's going to take 10 to 30 minutes.
The temple is what type of structure is the temple?
Big stone structure carved out of the side of a cliffside.
Carved out of the side of the cliffside. So the only thing I'll do what I can do, put an illusion over the entrance of the cliffside, so it's just a cliffside. So there's no entrance.
Well, it's bigger than that. It's like carved out, like a big square structure. It looks like it's coming out from the mountain.
Imagine Petra.
Kind of like that, yeah, like the...
Alright.
I want to ask,
Looks like a
the
huge building.
main entrance
It's actually
where
called
I
the
see
Rock.
Johan, is there anything I can do like, to help bar the doors or like if there are pillars that I can use as strength to push over to bar doors or...
Well, some of them are definitely trying to just block the windows, seeing all the snakes and stuff that could just slither up the walls. So I suppose you can help with that too. That would be strength, I guess. Strength to try and get as many blocked off as you can.
I think I'm just going to do it. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to use my primeval awareness. Within 5 miles, I just want to know if there's any humanoid shapeshifters. 5 miles.
Nope.
Alright. It's good. It's not your stalker.
So give me the strength check, please.
There's so many.
I know, right? Honest half in the planet.
8. So you help along and you're able to get a few of the windows shut, but on the ground level, I guess, there were enough openings left that a few of the snakes and kobold zombies are pouring in. So I guess this is at cool. You're guarding the window. Let's say there's 2 snakes and a kobold zombie that just crawl through the window right at you.
Keeper, are there any other exits to this place? Or is the front door the only way in and out?
Through here, when the ritual is finished, it will open up a path that leads out.
Okay, that's great to know. Snakes, poison, zombie, shit. Alright, I'll just get ready. Get ready to kill something.
Right, so, right now we'll just do like a quick little mini combat scene with that cool. These snakes and kobold zombie have poured through right in front of you. The zombie offends your your morals and such. The snakes, they're not too fun either. For initiative, I guess? You're going first?
10.
That beats their roll, actually. I rolled a 3 and 4 for both, so... jump through the. You have an opening though to attack whichever one you want. There's 2 large jungle snakes. There's a kobold zombie directly ahead.
Second level.
It's a cool. I would go for the zombie first.
Makes sense.
Plus 10, that's 18.
18 definitely hits.
Icon.
Zombies have shit AC.
Correct.
What? No, go ahead.
Outside.
That's 8. Plus 6, that's 14.
14 damage. Alright, so 14 damage. I will take note of that. He is still standing though. Second attack,
Yeah,
same as the first.
yeah.
First, same as the first. It hits without any difficulty. You pretty much. What's your plus to hit?
Plus 2 is plus 10.
Yeah, you hit every time. It's actually impossible for you to miss the
Except for
zombie.
one. Except for one.
Except
I
for
reroll
one.
once.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to roll 2 ones in a row to miss.
So that's 14.
Another 14.
Yeah.
So 28 damage. Right? 14 plus 14. So that is actually enough to slay the zombie right away. The 2 snakes move in, ready to strike with their sharp fangs.
Can I just get an idea of where he is in relation to us?
Not really. You guys are downstairs.
I'm also here.
Oh.
I'm trying.
Oh, asking me personally.
I'm
I'm
the
not
layout of the building.
Probably. I would say you guys went down several flights of stairs
So
to
there's
get down. So you're.
upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, he's on ground level. You guys are like deep basement.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
that's
5
right, flights of
floors,
stairs
because
down.
there's 4 of the statues and shit down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got his miles.
Alright.
So
this is Jesse House.
yeah, this is okay. I was gonna say like, I think Jesse would know where he is. So let's see for the 2 snakes. What is your AC?
16.
16. So only one of them hits, and that is 9 damage. So now you can act again.
Attack one of the snakes. Yeah.
21
21.
hits. It's hard to miss at this point.
I think that's 7, 15.
15 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so you slice the head off one snake,
Yeah.
Are the
facing the other one.
Are the snakes just snaky looking?
Yeah, they're just like natural snakes you find in the woods or in the swamp. 12 more damage. I'd say that gets that one too. So you quickly dispatch these few foes and help seal up the ground level, I guess, against snakes. But you're just one man, and there's so many floors
Are there no more kobolds?
to cover. Oh, there are. Yeah, they're doing their best, but they weren't able to seal all of it either. So there are some snakes, zombies starting to get through, but it seems manageable.
Until
So the dragon unleashes his poison piss all over it.
Peeking through the crack, you hear loud, heavy stomping, trees
Can I cast
breaking.
Divine Sense?
Yes. Well, what does that do exactly?
It detects any type of evil, fiends, anything, possession. So, and it tells me exactly what type.
So, fiends, does that include undead and all that?
Fiends, fae, undead, celestials.
Fiends, say undead celestials. Okay, so definitely you would notice the undead, the zombies on the floors above you and stuff, and outside of the walls.
Because it tells me how many there are and where they are.
Oh, Jesus. I
I
mean,
think it's 30 feet.
let's say there were about
60 feet or
60 feet. So I would say maybe you can detect outside the walls, right outside the windows, trying to break through maybe 20 or 30, trying to get it on the ground floor. A few others have climbed up the sides, I guess. So maybe on the second floor above you, there's like 10 of them on the second floor fighting the Kobold defenders that remain.
Because I'm wondering if they have to be within, but not behind total cover.
But
Yeah, that's what it says. Not behind total cover.
So you can't, if it's behind a wall. you
Oh,
can't-
does it say not behind?
Yeah.
It just kind of just reveals the truth of where we're.
Okay,
This
I didn't
is.
read the total cover part.
Alright, well, either way, I'm still going to say you can sense that
Please look out
stuff.
the window, eh?
And then
See it.
peeking out the window, hearing this stomping, the crushing of trees and foliage and stuff, you see two stone giants burst through the tree line.
Burst through the tree line, not the door right in front
Not
of
the door, no, they're making their way to the temple quickly though, at full speed. They seem,
full speed for a giant.
like,
20
yes,
miles an hour.
50, yeah, like 50 to like 60 feet, like a dash action, I guess.
They're the stone guardians we talked about earlier, not the brothers we met on our way in.
Well, I guess give me a perception check to identify the giants.
15 plus perception, 19.
They are the same stone giants that you saw in the cave on the way in. But much of their flesh has been stripped away, just on their face. And on the open bones on the forehead, you can see eerie, glowing runes.
They've been ruined.
Covering all over the body, the brightest ones glowing off of their foreheads as they rush as fast as they can toward the main entrance.
Read now. Do I know read now?
Rude runes. So they're probably going to be able to break through shortly. What do you do in reaction to this? Is this a, I'm going to jump out, stand my ground, fight these two, or is it, I think I'm going to let them know that there's two...
Akul realizes that he's not going to be able to do this himself.
Oh,
but
yes, you
he needs to kill them and the best chances with the body. So Akul goes for backup.
can. So he rushes back down the stairs as quickly as you can. As you make your way to the steps, you hear the smash of the splinters of the door, the support beams meant to hold it, begin to crack and break very quickly. Once you're down the first flight of steps, you can probably surmise that they've gotten through into the main hall now. Getting down these stairs, though, they're pretty small. They have to squeeze through.
As I run through, do I see anything that I can break to kind of collapse the entrance or kind of impede the progress? A pillar that I can rip off the wall.
I want to say that it's well built, carved out of stone, but
But I mean, like if there's a stone pillar that I can rip out of the wall using my strength to kind of half block it.
It's a
Make it
dwarf. I'll
more-
slice it. Could cut through that.
sure, yeah, why not? Yeah, there's definitely this hallway's. I guess if it's wide enough for a giant to eventually get there. Yeah. So you can give it a thwack with your magical blade. I guess just roll damage. Actually, you're not going to miss. If you get over half the possible damage that you can get.
So it's 7 out of
7 out of 12?
12. Plus the 7.
Possible. So yeah, you are able to smash down one of the pillars, and the first giant you see, it rears its rotten face down there. You catch eyes with it for a moment as the rocks tumble ahead of you, and you continue making your way down. You see your party sort of waiting maybe a little nervously or whatever, the kobolds desperately trying to finish this ritual.
So I relay this information. There are indeed some kind of undead mudwalkers coming for us, as well as giant poisonous snakes. And those two brothers that you wanted us to save, they've been corrupted. They're undead now as well.
What do you mean undead? Did you see the Night Stalker?
I saw two stone giants coming for us, the ones that we met in the cavern who were carving their story.
Yes.
They've got these glowing runes all over them, and their stone flesh is rotten.
Motherfucker. You think it's Patricia?
No, I think they're just some dead zombies.
The ruins, same as Murdoch had. I mean, I don't know. But we're not there. But ruins in the face, undead giants.
It doesn't matter who it's from. You just need to stop them.
Elvira, do you know, can you block this entrance at all? Do you have the wall of force or anything like that?
Try to slow them down as long as possible. She cracks her knuckles and begins. Yes.
I asked if anyone in their body has any doing.
Oh,
Maybe
that works then.
Oh,
I already used my lay on hand. We're going to need that in battle. So
The
but you still got that potion.
need to save my spells for later. Give me potion.
Yeah, so spells. Potions take long to pass to each other.
So you can drink that healing potion then, and Elvira is going to do the web.
No, that's
Step back a
bad
bit.
potion.
Web. Step back a bit. Web.
Oh, 13.
How about you, Zimri? Do you have any kind of like earth moving abilities or anything?
That's my last healing
Normal,
potion.
Plus
sure.
2 as well.
No. Just gonna heal to you.
You go for the poison plus.
I can't poison zombies, can I?
I don't think zombies can be poisoned.
Normally like plus.
Alright.
Let's see, as you can hear the giants scraping through the rubble.
Sorry, I passed cure wounds.
Okay.
First level as well.
No problem.
There's no point in saying this.
I-
I'm just gonna prepare my bow and the 3 ice arrows that I have.
Cure wounds, Adrian. Cure wounds is 1d8 or 1d10?
28. Well, depends on the level you're casting at.
Let's see, a voice, kind of muffled due to the distance and through the walls and all that, is shouting. You recognize it as the same voice. It's, was coming out of Noxus's mouth yesterday, the odd one. The weird one, yeah. You dare stand against me, peons! Look at the forces I marshal. I bend souls to my will as easily as you walk and breathe. I am God and I will smite you all! And then more crashing and smashing sounds coming from above. The door slides open, and the keeper comes up to you guys. Go, take the key, follow the passage through. Me and my acolytes, we will do all we can to hold them back. You go, take the key, get the helm, and get out of here.
Aww.
Okay.
Suppose we don't have yeah.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Thank you,
Let's
Keeper.
see, as you're leaving, he says, just one final thing, just try to remember us, I guess, in the way that we've tried to remember these gods that have fallen before us.
Before we go, do you have any advice on how I can locate Grandpa Turtle?
I'm sorry, he wanders the world endlessly. Ask the sailor folk. They're the ones that occasionally see something like that.
Do you have anything that we can keep to remember you by, maybe spiritual or anything
I
I'm
run
not asking for
over.
magical items, I'm asking for like just something obvious.
I just start slowly pulling Jesse.
Just, I'm sorry,
Ushering him to
there's no time.
While you guys are leaving, you see me, I'm standing there with the kobolds with my sword drawn and waiting for the undead to come.
I run over, and I kick him in the shin. And I look up at him and I say, we need you with us.
It's gonna be long
Right
before
now,
it
the last time we fought, I died. We need you with us.
The dragon
We're
will
running,
smack
right?
her up.
You need to come with us. We can stop it all of it. Bigger picture, Chris Pratt.
It's not the dragon.
I don't get that.
The dragon's not corrupting anything, Donnie. Dragon's not
He doesn't know
corrupting
that. This is what he said to me.
anything. Yeah, I want it.
Okay. Just
You don't throw your life away at zombies. You find the source.
these are the ants. We have to kill the lion.
Okay, I get it.
Let's go. Now pick me up. You're more movement speed than me.
Giants begin to break through the webbing. Their rotten hands starting to pull it away as quickly the wizard's party is following along with you guys. The initiates, the acolytes, and the Great Keeper firing as much magic off as they can to slow you
What's
down.
Elvira and her people doing?
They're going with you guys. They're also leaving.
Alright, so we're
And when the freaking Great Keeper asks you to run, we're gonna run.
Who's got the helm right now?
Nobody has the helm.
Yeah,
The key.
Take the helm.
I took the key.
Yes, passing through.
No help.
Just the key.
Yeah, just the key. So one of you can grab
I'll
the
grab the
key.
He's
key.
got the key.
It's just sitting out on a pedestal. This is the ritual is the hard part. So you get it and the path.
Yeah, you're the fastest.
see.
So, you eventually make your way through the tunnels for a while. Dark, twisting, winding tunnels until you exit from the side of the cavern that you're in, I guess, out of a small, what's the word? Nondescript passage, I guess. You exit back onto the swamplands. I would say, escaping through here, you travel, and exit about here. Yeah. By the giraffe. By the enormous giraffe that dominates the sky that no one's noticed until now. In the distance, you can see the ruin of God's graveyard. Noxus still flies above it. You see him roosting on the roof. Beyond that, inside is, you can't see that really. Above, Leatherwing tribe members on bats fly overhead. Try to take a stealthy approach, I guess. Is there anything that... Keeping under the trees is one thing. Are you just going to take separate stealth checks, or is someone going to do something that puts it all under one person, basically? Like pass that trace, or trying to do a darkness spell or anything, yeah. Do you guys want to take any particular moves to be extra stealthy?
I have other spells that I need. I left.
Just to go up the right stealth checks.
Just in case I will cast Jagged Strike myself.
I used all my pages in this one. So this one. Nice, so stealth checks. For everybody.
Don't you re-roll that?
That's not great.
Oh, damn, dude.
I got a 1.
24.
You got 1?
I got a 1.
I got 10.
15.
But I get +1 for my spells.
So 2. And then, what did you get?
10.
10.
15.
Birdie.
He's invisible.
And
He's
Cedric?
quiet.
11. Okay, so the first patrol of Leatherwing flyers, bat riders, scans around you and can see Zembri, can see Feather, can see Akul. Jessup and Aki are the only two that go unnoticed.
There's lots of adventures.
Here.
Leatherwing tribe also had that rocking disease.
No, these look like living kobolds. Zombie probably wouldn't be dexterous enough to fly a bat around. I think that's the only reason they weren't zombified.
How many were there?
There were about 3 of them in a group flying high overhead. They're sounding what you can tell to be an alarm. They blow the horn as soon as they're flying over you.
How far up?
Just like those guys blowing their
I mean,
nose.
150 feet maybe or so, maybe 200. Kind of swooping down and up, you know. Cool, give me, I'm sorry, another dexterity check. I know that those are your favorite.
What armor are you wearing?
10.
And he's going to drop,
Split armor.
that is 11. So, a small clay pot falls from the sky, landing onto your shoulder, which erupts into flames.
Right?
What? You are in a swamp, so you can drop down and put out the flames quickly, but it just does 4 damage. It burns on the surface. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a thing. It's like a naphtha or whatever, you know. But I guess if you're fully under the water, that would do something. That would transfer the fire to the top of the water. Yes. Let's see, who else was rolled kind of low on the stealth check? That is Zembri and Feather Marshal. So dex saves for both of you, since there were 3 of the Leatherwing riders.
24.
So you're fine. I'm gonna roll anyway. does hit you with that one.
Can I take some shots? while
Yeah.
I'm just-
How deep is the water?
Couple feet. So you've been spotted by the Leatherwing. Most of you were. Some of you, I guess, were able to.
One was dropping a thing on me. I never got damage amount.
Okay. Well, let's do that.
So
then.
hard to turn
Thank you for reminding me to damage you. So that's 11 flame damage just from the initial impact. And as I said, they're honking their horn.
Just give me. Oh, you got it.
You can tell this is probably a signal of some sort. I don't think they're doing that just for fun. There might be more on the way.
Let's bolt. We need to run, guys. Andy will take care of
Do
it.
you
I
maybe
fly
want
up.
to use your amulet? How far does it
Yeah.
go?
You don't know
Everybody
about
said
that
it.
either. We're gonna fly up. We're gonna
Who's
continue
worried?
moving, but Buddy's gonna go up and take care of it.
Alright, so Buddy's going up there. So you're not?
Because there's just Kobold. Because if I use Buddy can't attack unless I use my action to let him attack. So both of us going up is a team point.
I guess initiative?
He's gonna attack them while invisible, and then use his action to turn invisible and move on to the next guy.
How can he attack? And you said it was an action to turn invisible?
An action to turn invisible, but he attacks using his reaction. He
Ah.
doesn't attack with his action. He attacks with his reaction.
Alright, whatever, they die. So, moving on. Let's see. So,
What is he attacking though?
I don't know. Some,
Little
some
stinger.
thing.
With his sting.
Ah.
He's gonna sting with the tail because that injects poison as well.
Why doesn't he just use his butt and knock them off the bat?
Because his poison is really strong.
Yeah, I remember.
His poison's really
These
strong.
kobolds in the roof. We did this before.
Alright, so he kills them, make your way through the swamp again, and then you'll be another stealth check since they did alert the rest of
Should we
them.
stealth or should we just start running,
Glint
guys?
mail is disadvantaged to stealth. It's one step below plate.
Well, it's not really stealthing,
Alright.
it's just do they notice you.
Okay.
There's no such thing as like
It's in
stealth
notice
mode.
check. Perception.
And it's not like you crouch and suddenly it's...
That's exactly what it is. Because you actually move at half speed if you're trying to be stealthy.
Well, yeah, but it's
You
not like...
actually crouch and enter stealth mode and start tiptoeing.
But it's really, do they see you? It's not like,
Yeah.
I stealth over there.
That is right. All stealth checks have to be made at half movement. If you're, or less.
Well, this is just if it notices us.
Yeah, so more Leatherwing riders have been dispatched. You know, they're kind of swarming around above you guys. And so that was 14.
14 to me.
Okay. And then
7.
7,
18.
18,
15.
15. Is that everybody?
7.
7. Oh, okay.
11.
So that is, let's look.
Disadvantage. It's really at full speed.
Well, this is not, like I said, this is not a normal stealth check. This is just to see if they notice us.
Alright, well then this is true.
So, let's see. It looks like Jessup is the only one they actually don't notice this time. So, I would say for this one, it's not the Leatherwing riders up above. You see Noxus above you guys.
Damn it!
And you hear just this very angry-looking laughter actually coming out from him. And he cries out,
Get on the broom!
It doesn't matter how much you struggle or how many you slay.
We got it.
Don't you see, you fools? I'll bring them back again and again. Their souls will eternally serve me, just as yours will too. As a mockery of your current life, I'll bring you back, and you can die for me over and over again. It's easier if you just give up. And as he's saying this, one of the stone giants, its roots glowing softly through the forest. You can almost kind of see as it very quickly breaks through the tree line towards you guys. So,
How much of a lead do we have on it?
As far as the lead, I guess if you just want to move away from it, does anyone want to try and just fight the stone giant off, or do you guys all want to take the choice to trying to move away from
How many
it?
stone giants? One or two?
There are two.
There's 2 total, but this is just
There's one right now.
One
Is
right
it-
now, and Noxus.
Is it possible for me to do a perception check just to see if I can maybe find a route where we might have more cover?
Well, I guess there's pretty decent cover through the swamp, but, yeah, sure, give me a perception check. So you don't have to, you can avoid future stealth rolls maybe from above.
21.
Alright, yeah, sure, you see a perfect little tunnel of branches overlapping each other ahead.
Alright. Follow me, guys.
We follow him.
I follow him.
Alright, let's see,
Boys in front of
who's bringing up the rear? Who's going last?
So many
Not me, I
jobs.
have the key. I'm going to run.
Me.
Alright, bring up the rear, so that will be, let's see, like a race. I guess a race would be kind of a dexterity check again. Because I love making you do dexterity checks, apparently. You're a dexterous character, right? That's...
Other dice.
Does he catch up to you guys?
Resistance or something like that.
Whoa!
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Born girl. Also, this broadcast is brought to you by Chang Beer. Not officially, of course.
I wouldn't do that.
He said not officially.
No, but like if you ever want to go to Thailand again.
God, no. I don't want to go back to Thailand.
Who wants to go
I
to
get,
really
I
nice
get,
beaches?
I get scammed enough in
It's not
Cambodia.
really-
I don't need to go to where the scamming is just
It's only within
like a perfected art form.
Edit.
Yeah. It's what check? Or is it just perception check?
Just dex.
Dex 12.
Alright, so you're actually able to keep your distance and get ahead of the giant. Above, it's all clear. So I would say you guys are able to travel, maybe go around the deep water since it's not very overgrown to be easily sighted. And let's see, what time is it? 1:50.
It's Miller time.
Ready and responsible for that.
Let's see, I would say well, it took like over a day to get there last time, so it will take, I'd say you guys are going to be on the verge of suffering exhaustion around here on this square.
Unless, I mean, I don't know. Can I see if I spot anywhere we might be able to stop?
Kick down the track. Start.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can stop in all kinds of places, it's just...
Something that I think might be safer.
Well, we have a giant chasing us.
We've got a giant chasing you.
I know, but this is kind of a ranger's job.
Yeah, at this point we decide, let's just kill this giant so we can rest.
Yeah, but is he tracking us?
He's running right behind us the whole time.
Well, you guys escaped from him, and then you went through that more covered
Oh, I
pathway.
didn't realize. I
So
thought he
you
was still
were able
following
to
us.
lose them.
Oh, okay. Well,
First
then we need to
time.
fucking, let's do a rest.
Elvira knows all of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do a rest, a short rest, right?
Yeah,
That's enough.
sure.
We don't have to stop exhaustion.
Yeah.
So should I
Should
look
we?
for a safer place or?
Sure.
Well, that's not very
Ask
safe.
Elvira, ask
9.
Elvira if she's got anything that can conceal us for a bit while we rest.
9.
I suppose some illusion spells could do the trick. Let's move up toward the trees, and I'll try to put down something below us that makes it look just like a normal canopy.
Okay.
Okay, so that happens. An hour passes by without any difficulty. You guys are able to regroup yourselves a little bit. And yes,
Before we go anywhere, can we just get like a clear picture of what we're gonna do now?
Or don't
Get
have
the hell and get out of here.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
He's
are we
still part of this
gonna...
group, right?
there's only 3 of
There's
them.
only 3 of them.
One of us.
Are we gonna try and get into this place without fighting the dragon? Because the dragon's gonna be there waiting for
Right,
us.
optional visits, that's what I'm thinking.
Think about it, like we lost them.
Well, I tell
The
Elvira,
dragon's got to be sitting there waiting for
Elvira
us.
came to me last night and said, and I just glanced at her and tell her what she said. She's got a spell that can get that dragon down on the ground
Yeah,
and disable the breath weapon. But
alright.
she needs to have massive concentration, so 2 of us need to look after her so nothing attacks her. she'll get that dragon down so that Nima and me and Akul can go in and just
What's the range of your?
She just has to see.
You just have to see him,
and then
concentrate on the spell for a while.
Just see him first.
If you're at a certain distance from him, then I put an illusion of a tree over her,
Oh. Well,
so she's a tree.
I think that Noxus or whatever is controlling that thing is maybe a little too clever to be tricked by a simple illusion.
I was about to say the same thing. I mean,
I can make you invisible.
I think
And
that you need to be the one.
Well,
protecting
as
her.
far as I understand, your
You
familiar
can go
was
giant lord, you
killed
can
earlier
go
while
toe to toe
invisible.
with him.
I don't think invisibility will be as great of a benefit.
That's why I was
Yeah.
worried about distance. He can probably
Oh,
see
no.
invisibility.
If she goes
from
into
lines at
one
a
of her-
certain distance, within proximity of him, but if you cast a spell from a further distance,
actually, that's actually not a good idea. I think that I should stand by her and protect her, right? But not as an animal.
Aki,
Yeah.
couldn't you and Elvira get
I'll
out of the
shape
room
if I
and you
have
could
to.
cast darkness in yourself and she could concentrate while you fly around and keep away from this thing?
I don't have darkness spell any longer, but I do have invisibility.
And
Either of those would work because you could fly around while she maintains concentration.
But with
That
that,
doesn't sound very comfortable sitting on a broom flying around all.
I don't think so.
Well,
It's not
especially with an
concentration either.
incantation or with something she has to concentrate on,
Yeah,
she might have to make dex saves and shit like that. I don't think it's a good idea. I think she should stay in one place.
What's a dex
I'll-
save?
You know what I mean. I'll stay with her. I'll protect her. I've got a bunch of things that I can do to protect us.
But first, all your spellcasters need to get off the big things to the dragon before we go in and start punching.
Okay, well I can do.
What are you planning? What do you have?
Well, I've got Sleet Storm. I have Flaming Sphere, Moonbeam, and Conjure Animals, and then Conjure Woodland Beings.
I had him with all my good things, but strangely enough, he shrugged off my spells.
No, we need to damage. I think you need to stop focusing on trying to. But there's already something controlling this thing. It's not just the dragon you're trying to.
Yeah, I mean, I can start with Sleet Storm and then Conjure
You got that
Animals.
big explosion.
Have any of you guys ever heard of like green dragons be able to do this kind of magic? You know something's controlling it, but I mean, is he just fucked in the head? I mean, like,
Oh, it's been possessed.
We still need you to try to stun it. If it's a single target,
Next week.
we'll just
something
hit it
is
all at once.
controlling this dragon. Is there absolutely nothing we can do to free him?
Murder him.
Other than that, if we can free him,
I don't have any of the spells.
No, I'm pretty sure this dragon would be doing what it's doing now, whether it's controlled or not.
Yeah.
It's just now
Yeah.
deciding.
Green dragons aren't known for their kind nature,
Yeah.
although
Yeah,
they can
they
be
are
appreciated.
evil.
They're not illogical beasts.
I'm pretty sure this helm is in its hoard as well, like in that cave behind.
Yeah, if we free
so
him.
are some of us going to try and get the helm and the rest of us maintain?
No,
Watch
I
outside.
think we should take down this dragon and whatever is inside it.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
If it's just the dragon, we'll be fine.
Let's see, Nima, the Goliath, speaks up and says, you know, I can try and protect Elvira myself. She is my patron and my friend.
Won't you be better doing the big damage up front? We can let our druid here, which is very capable.
Yeah, but that would maybe a more boring time.
Eh?
Well, actually, no, I guess it'd be exciting because the berserkers will be trying to get to her, so
Yeah.
both aspects of it will still be interesting, I
Yeah.
guess, protecting and attacking.
Yeah.
So, I guess it is up to you guys then. If you want me up front, then I'll fight up front.
Look,
Yeah,
I
damage.
Aki, I think what might maybe be useful if you and I work in combination, if you can hit a couple of them with a decent enough amount of damage, I can damage them more when they're already hit.
That's fine. Oh, that's quite easy.
Okay, but then you and Zenri need to focus on anything that comes near Elvira.
But then you're taking him out of the fight too.
No, I'm starting. I'm just gonna.
He's going to be.
As per you, I'm starting the fight with magic missile.
Okay.
That'll automatically guarantee everybody's wounded.
Everybody gets hurt. Okay.
quick question.
Yes.
So we said we're going to have two people stay back with a little fire. So let's send Bree and do those.
I was saying range, because you're not
Maybe
ready.
Horgel could stay
Oh,
behind
right,
the
yeah.
warlock.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have
Yeah.
another warlock.
He's
so-
he's the packed weapon warlock, so he can do a little bit of protecting, I think, still.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Patrons team meal.
You guys are coming with us.
I guess so, yes.
And Neva.
Jessup and I can handle the room, and we're the long-range fighters
Yeah.
with the force bolts and arrows. And we're very long-range.
Alright.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
So
then,
if the
hopefully.
stone giants are there with Noxus, who are we gonna go for first?
I think if we
There's
take
three
Noxus
races.
out first, that's probably gonna break away with
Yeah.
the control of the giants perhaps. I'm really not sure.
Dude, my spell's instantly.
Do you guys have anything?
That's actually really good.
Do you guys have anything to get me
Yeah.
to the dragon if the stone giants are in the way? Because if we're gonna be going for the dragon,
Don't really care about the giant. Dragon is the murderous one.
Remember when we killed, I can't remember who were there, when we killed Patricia, Scabatha? Which one? I can't remember.
Scabatha.
We killed Scabatha, the giant runes faded.
Yeah.
And these giants are, they look undead, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to fall down if we kill the dragon and whatever's in there. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just worried about my mobility in the swamp. If we're not gonna be following him, I might take a while to get there, and I'm gonna have to get through the giants to get to the fight. You are fine.
No, we're going to be fighting we're going to be hiding until we reach the stone towers again, which is dry land.
Does anybody, I know this is a secondary concern right now, but we are gonna have to leave this place eventually. Does anybody remember how big the cavern was the stone giants were in?
It was huge.
That was huge.
How long do you think it would take to jot down their story?
Oh, hell no, we're gonna have to
No,
stop that.
no.
We can come back after we stop the cycle.
Mhm.
Trust me, I'm coming back after I stop the cycle. I need to write that shit down.
For this universe to be destroyed.
Okay, let's
Okay,
go.
we're good. Let's go.
For the stone giants.
Oh yeah, there's nothing. Hello. There's no point in talking to you.
Oh, that was one
To
side.
say, like, can we clear the table if we're not?
No.
Very slimitude. These are pointless right now.
Continuity.
We had a power
You
outage.
see, Cambodia
Yeah.
is famous for Angkor Wat Temple and frequent power outages. So our sound got destroyed. There he is.
Let's go,
Let's keep going. Yeah, we've got, let's say, another
Half an hour to kill dragons.
half an hour to. I think we might end mid-fight again, sadly.
Speed round.
Speed round.
Speed
Let's
round.
go.
Alright, so you guys make your way through the swamps, undetected, very stealthy, very masterfully
This
done,
dragon plan works.
until you get to the edge of the stone forest
Do you want
once
that back
again. Yeah, sure, why not? All the pillars and stuff adds.
Yeah, it's not like we need to worry about these things right now.
Yeah.
Just lift it up.
That one's holding the dragon.
Yeah, just put the thing on top of that.
Seriously, if I can finish a game of Terraforming Mars in 40 minutes, then we can kill the dragon in 30 minutes.
I don't know.
Re-roll your dice,
Okay.
people.
Veteran dies during this encounter.
It's got 9.
Try to stay alive again, Henry.
What the fuck?
I got it.
Go take it down.
Yeah.
You're all alive because
yes.
I kept the fucking dragon busy.
Indeed.
That you did. Do you want me to use the sap gas
With your
injury?
face.
I was gonna do it on myself.
Well, no, I don't know, maybe that's probably a good idea. What else?
I don't get that wet though.
They have to attack you with, they have to make a wisdom save every time they want to attack you, and if they fail it, they have to attack someone else.
Let's see,
But
so
if she
there
casts
were,
a spell,
Noxus
then
had
it
last
is
time, he had 4 berserkers
Cost
and
an Elvira.
3 archers. I
Cost an
think.
Oh, I was busy casting it. Richard?
Yes, I
Berserker,
know, but he makes a
Berserker,
concentration for that.
Berserker.
It's not concentration.
It's not
Archer.
Quick question.
They tossed it on a wire.
Resistances. The saves. The dragon set. Is it 1 per round or just whatever the fuck that was?
Well, after I think, should I tell you how many he has?
I'm just curious.
Oh,
She's not
mechanics.
attacking, so she doesn't have
basically
any
he
mechanics.
can just choose to pass any save that he fails
That's good face.
3 times.
That is really
And then if he fails to save, he has to get the effects.
Dragon, be scared of me for the rest of your life.
Okay, bye.
That is running.
I'm done now. Interesting.
As in making a wall with space for her to see through.
I think
We
this
just need
will,
to see one.
I think this will work because it says here, if the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy the spell ends. So she is directly affecting them.
Yeah, so it won't be
It is.
and I need to go up to cost, so.
But
I can cast it in on my
what
turn.
you can do is, if I need to get through dragon, you can cast it on me, so I can walk straight for the
On
dragon
top.
and ignore any incoming attacks.
What spell?
Yeah.
It has to be redone every time.
Yeah,
When
you
you
still get the same throw.
Yeah.
There.
No, I know.
No.
It wasn't much.
There. And you go there.
Okay.
Where is Elvira?
So we're sneaking.
Oh yeah, so let's... I thought we had
Where's all the gray ones?
the gray ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
very,
So let's
I'm
see.
surprised you guys didn't help me kill off some of the kobolds, so they're...
I guess the lady will be Elvira, and this guy will
While
be...
you guys are setting up, I will go to the bathroom.
Okay, so this will be Nima the Barbarian, and this one will be Kobold Warlock.
She's way shorter than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be above.
This one looks like a Korbel.
It does, actually.
Kobold the Warlock.
He assumes his final form.
This is the darkness cover. It looks all gross and stuff.
Well, this is the other day somebody said, is it how about a trebuchet that shoots oozes? And then
Yes.
somebody comments, yeah, we'll call it jello shots.
Oh dear.
I do like that.
That is actually a great idea.
You see the new monsters in Mordecai's Tomb of Photos?
The
Made by the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid?
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
that's
that's the...
like
It's ooze that absorbs everything, even memories and mannerisms. It makes a perfect version of that person attached by an umbilical cord.
I think you can make up to 12.
Yeah.
You can make up to 12
Fucking
people at a
crazy.
time.
All my friends are here.
I think they got that from Adventure Time. This is the newest episode of Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. Jake's father stretches and makes the whole village.
Well, yeah, I know that Jake. That is kind of Jake-ish, isn't it? Making he would turn himself into a car that he would drive. Things like that.
Alright, are we gonna initiative it, or
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well,
how do you want to do
I
it?
suppose after. Mike, you get out of the way, please. You're not needed anymore. Everybody hates you.
Mikey the Mike.
So, now it's cute again.
I like it. Oh.
Alright, so.
Nice one with Gucci eyes and the
Goofy eyes.
So, I guess as you guys finally approach the stone forest, the swampy mangroves turn into drier land and different kind of plants as you realize, okay, we're getting close now. Peeking out, you can see Noxus sitting on one of the columns, watching the horizon. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Here or
That? No, I didn't put that
okay,
there.
I'm just curious.
What's that supposed to
But that's a good idea. I have one of the giants in reserve.
Good job, Mark.
It's there anyway, so...
What is it? What's that guy at, buddy? Huh?
Is
Buddy,
Noxus gonna see him again?
You're way taller and more female than I thought you were.
Isn't difficult.
So, that's what you can see there. Just scanning the horizon, you can see Noxus standing on one of the pillars ahead. And a few of the archers, the same ones that you fought earlier, waiting on top of
Did
the
you get
columns.
another archer? Because I'm pretty sure I killed one of them.
Ah, okay, well,
He's got lots of other people.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
There's some zombie archers.
zombie.
Oh.
I can't see anything.
The zombie archers get like a penalty.
Oh, stop.
The fingers follow.
No, zombie archers are better because they're called dead eyes.
So, the climactic battle
Disadvantage.
between Noxus and all his cronies shall soon begin. And is he even Noxus anymore? Who knows?
It's a midlife dragon crisis, man.
That's obviously
I
what
lost my
it is.
ring quick. Is one of your daughters nearby? Can you tell?
Did you get the gold's freaking medal and dumb questions, boy? No, he's not around.
She.
She?
Sisters.
Whatever.
Anyway.
No, they're not around. But,
Speedrun, come on.
speaking whatever, yeah, so you're asking if she says, no, but there's someone familiar nearby, I suppose.
What do you mean?
Looks a little different.
Who is it?
That dragon, I think, has
Kinder Joy.
I was just about to say, it's a little plastic toy.
Why don't you pop them open and find out?
We were just about to.
This is me and Jessup.
Okay, Elvira, start your spell.
So, yeah, I guess at this point, Noxus hasn't seen you guys. You're still hiding, maybe, in the bushes. So,
Are you gonna do that thing we talked about?
We'll have to wait for stuff to begin, and it's not gonna work on her.
Sorry,
We're on the
work
room,
on
so
me.
it's not gonna.
moves over there, sits
we
down,
gotta see initiative work.
and begins doing her spell. Noxus is within sight, so she begins focusing and chanting lightly to herself, quietly, not that they can't hear anything from there.
How far away is that from me?
How far away is what from you?
The dragon from me. I'm gonna go stand over by it.
Like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yes.
Okay, cool.
And up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, he's on one of those.
60, 70.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on one of the pillars, so he's up a little bit too, so it might be a little
So
further.
he's perched like this.
Yes. Yeah, his
Well,
base
he's-
is kind of big, isn't
He's
it?
doing the brutal thing.
This reminds me of the fight on Neverwinter, right?
Not now, not now.
So, who wants to do something first? She's going to begin her spell. It will be ready in, let's say, 3 rounds. 3 full rounds.
Okay.
And Noxus will be flightless and breathless.
In 3 rounds.
Yeah, breathless.
I asked her warlock, you know Elvira better than we do, is Naxus going to know that she's casting this on him?
Once he can't fly anymore, he'll feel it, yes.
So, shall we wait until the spell takes effect before we move out and do anything?
Well, I mean, if you don't want him flying above you and breathing poison gas in your face, then I think waiting would be a
Oh,
I think
good
is he going to know that she over there in those bushes is doing that spell? Or she's still going to be hidden?
Is he going to be realized
Once she finishes it, he'll realize
once she
it.
finishes it, then
Yes.
we should wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, waiting, 3 rounds. 18 very tense seconds passes, and Elvira opens her eyes. They're glowing blue or some sort of ridiculous effect to show that the spell is taking effect.
Are they approaching like in the open, or are they trying to stealth
They're
forward?
not moving at all. They're hiding.
They're not moving at all, they're waiting, basically.
Are they hiding, waiting, or
These
just
guys
waiting?
we got-
Well, the guys on the ground are all behind pillars, so you
By
cannot
the
see
way,
them.
while this is happening, I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Fair enough. Not a problem. You could even say you did that back at the short
Are they
rest.
gonna stealth behind this one?
Yeah, just take a short rest.
Because they're waiting,
Guys, instead of
Yeah.
resting spell.
and he's gonna put the crown on that dude's head.
Had that crown explode when you put it on it.
Yeah, that's like power of death.
You gave the power of death to him.
Luckily, he's on our side for now.
Okay.
And there's a certain amount of curse
Must be a
charges
con
in there.
save, I think.
Yeah.
That's once per millennia.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
let's see.
Once per
Berserker
millennia.
1.
Because they're all hiding, so if they were out in the open, he wouldn't do it. But since they're all trying to like waiting,
Three.
he's like,
And Berserker 4.
So did Bunny
I
instigate
thought about that, but
I mean, it'll kill a bird with like a couple HP very quickly.
yeah, but Kobolds, maybe,
These guys are all buff and
yeah.
Took a while.
they've been hitting the roids, doing their squats and pull-ups, a couple of muscle ups.
Okay, so that was. Oh, I shouldn't move that.
So did Bunny seriously instigate one of the kobolds?
No, I didn't insta-give it.
No.
He thinks it's an
No one
insta-kill,
listens to anything
so
I
he's
say
trying to
at first.
stealthily insta-kill it.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
So, does significant damage. The kobold
Ah,
grabs
ah.
throws it against the pillar, drops it, and then turns around.
He's invisible and flies away.
Dex save to avoid a swat.
Okay.
I mean, swat in his butt.
14.
He rolls. He avoids the swat.
Does Bunny grab the helm again?
Well, he's got to go get it.
He gets it, but it's going to be pretty obvious that he just, oh, that the helm is floating. I better grab it.
No, he's gonna have to turn visible to grab it and then turn invisible.
But still, like 20-something freaking damage right off the bat.
All right. So, but he's looking for it. go.
Yeah. So then, I guess we should just go ahead and roll like initiative or something. Yeah, let's do this. So,
Do we
That's
get,
amazing.
Good question. Do we get advantage on that because we can see them and they can't see us?
I don't.
So they were waiting for us. There'll be no surprise.
It's an actual
No surprise around.
Yeah.
They're literally waiting for us. Yeah.
14 for me.
If they didn't know we were coming, maybe.
19!
That's actually bad. I wanted
got
that.
18.
I got
Well, I've got it's useful at the end of summons. Not at the beginning of summons.
Okay, true.
Yeah. It's like,
Alright,
alright, I'm gonna use that
right
now.
I'm trying to reach it.
God, they kind of were clumping together again. And then, initiative?
I'm first.
No, I'm saying, what is your number?
Oh, I rolled 19.
19? Okay. 19. And initiative?
14.
14.
I
And initiative? 14. Who's got the higher dex?
Me.
So,
Step is a bonus action.
Mr.
and initiative?
12.
12.
18.
Wow.
That's
And
amazing.
18. So I'll put you.
What's with us?
He gets so surprised that he's got
What's
some
your
initiative, he goes
dexterity?
lost. 9.
Your dexterity?
Modifier or
Just total stat?
15.
15? Okay, so you go before them. Okay, so that is Aki right over there. Okay, so we're all set now. So, it'll go Akul, then Aki, then the Berserkers as the first three. So Akul, what are you going to do?
Fuck. What's that, 30? How far are they? 50? 60? That's probably
50 away.
That's like 60. 50, 60.
But what I wanted to do, which would have been nice, requires a bonus action, but Misty Step is going to take that.
Yeah.
And multiplies the distance.
That's why they're waiting surprise.
Did you roll for Nima as well?
Oh shit, I forgot those fools. Let's see. I'll put her just over here.
And Kuhn.
And then Korgol, I'll just put him at the bottom of the initiative order.
Actually, it's good I go first.
Okay, we're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay.
Speed round.
Yeah, speed round.
Oh yeah, man. Somebody's all talking about speed round.
Thanks. Well, we'll get the opening moves of this.
Yeah, I know. It's just I want to do this thing, and I want to Misty Step as well, and blah blah blah. It doesn't work anyway. Okay.
Actually,
Radiant consumption.
You have consumption.
Radiant
He has-
consumption.
Oh, I thought he had
Cool
consumption.
starts glowing brightly.
Okay.
Right there, yeah.
No, it takes a second to power up, and as he starts charging out, this light envelops around him. Full light for 10 feet and dim light for another 5 feet. His eyes start glowing and his hair turns white. And he Misty Steps right in there. And
He took
So
away
it's-
Takes away my advantage.
Yeah.
So, where is he exactly? Is he on the pillar with Noxus? Is he on the pillar with the archer?
oh right,
Did he-
this is up there. Okay, so I must sit onto the pillar.
With the dragon, yeah. Okay. Good job.
There's space there, right?
No, I'm just saying there's two bad guys over here. Which one are you?
I'm going for Noxus.
Alright.
I'm going straight for Noxus.
Oh, now I don't need to imagine.
All up there. And so,
Continue.
okay. So, Cool attacks Noxus twice.
What damage does that
It's
do?
not a great roll.
You can roll
It's
the 2 again,
No,
can't
but-
you?
No.
Hang on.
just a one, isn't it? Or is it one? in-
Wasn't radiant consumption an action?
Yeah, that is your action. Radiant
Can't
consumption
attack.
is an action.
Can't attack as
Move.
well.
Bonus action to Misty Step. turning it up thing is an action.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
alright.
Either way, they weren't great rolls anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you pop up and you're like,
Yes,
hey,
okay, so,
fight me for a bit, bro.
that's within 10 feet, so both Nagas and the Kobold will take radiant damage, 4 radiant damage each.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
It's better than your roll.
And I take 1.
Am I an idiot? There it is. I am an idiot. Sometimes I have to ask myself, am I an idiot?
By the
Yes,
way,
yes, I am.
Just to let you know, this takes 1 minute. It lasts for 1 minute.
Right. No problem. 10 rounds? 6 rounds?
10 rounds.
10 rounds. Right? Not a problem. So then, after Akul is Aki.
That's amazing. So these are already damaged. So that's our main target, so I'm not going to bother with the magic missile. I will... How much do I like a cool? Well, they did ask for the big one.
Roll a magic missile then.
We told everybody to stay back for let the
Yeah.
wizard
Spells.
to let the wizard cast all the big spells. So he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there. Fireball! Right in the middle of that.
Fireball away.
That's 8d6 dex saving throws.
Okay, so that is for him and the... let's see, red is Noxus, orange is Archer.
16, 17.
Actually, they both failed.
Nice.
What the fuck?
18! 17, 22 damage.
So 11 damage for you, 22 for Noxus, and 22 for the Archer.
You can choose to make the save.
He's not going to this time. I say that for like psychological stuff, like, oh, you have to leave the battlefield now. Sorry, fuck you. Or you're gonna pay master, suck
We're
my
just gonna keep us there.
suck my cock. I'm not gonna. Your character's gone, or whatever. So that
You
is.
stay there.
And you took the 11,
I
right?
have range, right?
I do it.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, so then after Aki is the Berserkers. Let's see. This guy's gonna swing wildly around, I guess. Give me just a dex saving throw.
Alright.
See if you can even connect with attack. I guess with advantage.
Because
Because he's stealthed, but he also took 20 amount of damage and a crown appeared next to him.
it's 19.
19 total? He doesn't get 1 hit.
Okay. So
Let's see.
Oh, dang. Okay, so that's 15 damage?
Buddy post.
Again?
This is
You
a
get your damn scroll back.
lucky hit, I guess. Just waving his axe. Ah, what's out here? Invisible! Invisible heroes. Buddy poofs.
Yeah.
But that's all the berserkers do. The other room say, ooh, I'm still hiding. Moving on is Noxus himself, who is a pretty obvious target in front of him at this point. He goes, heh.
This is like a cat doing here.
Nope. No breath coming out, so he's going to try to do his... Actually, he's not going to do Frightful Presence. He likes that there's someone right in front of him to fight. That will be a bite and 2 claw attacks. So, bite, 2 claws.
And they don't walk away frightened people.
They
On their
They
turn.
can't move towards.
Yeah,
they don't walk away anymore.
Oh, well, I thought they had to move away from it.
Well,
They
they-
get disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and then you cannot willingly move towards the source of the field.
Oh, okay, well, you don't have to move away.
Yeah,
It's
it's not like turning like
Huh.
a cleric anymore.
kind of interesting, yeah.
I don't know if front presence does something different.
Let's see. Bite, claw,
It just gives a frightened.
probably a miss.
AC 17.
Plus 10.
17? Okay, so the bite is plus 11, the claw is plus 11. So they all hit.
All of them?
All of them.
Yeah.
Plus 11 for his physical attacks.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Just to roll a 5.
That's why we all like target the dragon first. Screw it.
So first the bite,
Minions don't matter.
which does... Oh god.
All the damage.
Plus 24 damage for his bite. The claw does... let's say another 10 damage. And then the second claw does... another 11.
Oh, goodbye, buddy.
So bite, claw, claw, and then I guess he's gonna say, "Okay, I'm done for a little bit."
I'm dead.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy!
Well, that was quick!
Hallelujah.
By how much?
Just take it over.
Well, there goes all of I 10.
On his turn.
4? Okay, well, that's rough.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen next round.
Are you?
Nox is gonna go, this is Sparta!
So that was a rough opening round.
Oh, man.
That's 3.
It's 223. Do you think that...
Oh,
Just stop on the thing like
Do
this.
you think that
Let's have one full round.
No, let's at least give everyone, yeah. So after
What is the
Noxus is the archers.
What out of the secret?
Okay, I think the archers aren't going to do anything though. They don't have a lot of targets or anything.
Yeah.
Well, you shot off something there. So I would imagine two archers are going to make attacks toward Akul. Or Aki.
Aki, come on, bring it! Bring it!
So plus 3, so 20 and 13.
One hits.
That is another 7 damage.
Alright, I take it.
But that's the archers. So then it goes to, let's see, Nima the barbarian woman, who's over here. I guess, what should I do?
Go kill the dragon.
Does she have to maintain the spell, right?
Yes.
She's
Yeah,
not
okay.
doing anything else.
Yeah. I said to her, go kill the dragon.
Okay.
5, 10,
You keep the
15,
dragon down on the
20,
ground.
30, and then rush to the base of the column, but she can't go
Okay.
further than that. After Nima is Zenbri.
Right, so what I'm going to do is, can I see, there's this pillar in the way, and that one, can I see that a cool's fallen down? Moving off, I'm
Oh,
like
he's on the
tiny.
pillar, you're just on the wall.
It might
There's
be,
2 pillars in the way for me.
it might be hard to see that
You'd
actually.
probably try and move to see what's going on.
No, my job is to protect her.
No, you don't have to stand right next to her.
But I imagine, I guess if you look, would you be able to see someone
To be
40
fair,
feet up.
to be fair,
from a distance though?
I'd say no.
No.
Elvira had to
Because
see
of
him
this,
from that
because
position.
of that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she has
That's
a
a
dragon.
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 That's what she's
She's
looking
looking
towards,
at the dragon, yeah, but I can't see a cool.
Okay, but you
I
see
go
the
to
dragon.
see the dragon
Okay.
things.
I guess so, yeah. So you know Akul went there, but you're like,
Yeah,
Where's
I know
Akul?
that he went that way, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that
We're
case,
looking for
what I'm
a
going to
boss,
do
so we can
is,
Shut up. Who's dead?
I'm going to cast Conjure Animals.
do you have all your health at the beginning of that?
Him? No, not completely.
We didn't get a long rest?
We
I
took a
was
short
like,
rest.
if I was full hit points, I would be on like 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was
Dragons, huh?
Yeah.
Conjure Animals. I'm going to conjure. Hold on a second.
I mean,
Just wait. You need a spell book?
no, I didn't really
Well, you
know.
can do anything this round.
Oh,
Otherwise, we
wait,
can just go
fine.
faster now.
I'm going to conjure. Hang on a second.
Are we going to do anything this round? Animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my bonus action. Oh no, sorry, this is an action. The thing's still big on my turn. So, I'm going to cast 2 brown bears.
Okay, these will be the brown bears, these guys.
And I can choose a point, I'll tell you now. How far from me? 60 feet from me, I can choose a point where they appear.
Just 60 feet up, I guess, or...
As close, I want to get as close to the dragon as
Probably
possible.
right up.
Yeah, right over here, I guess.
Okay. And then they have their movement, and they can go.
Bears are pretty good at climbing.
Yeah. Shh. And then they're gonna climb because they have climbing speed.
Huh?
They're gonna climb up and they're gonna attack.
Can they do both?
if it's
Or
climbing
movement.
speed,
They have
it's
climbing
movement,
speed,
yeah.
so it's movement.
What is
That's
the
not
climbing
actually
speed?
30.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So they pop up. It's going to be a pretty crowded little pillar.
Let's pretend it's bigger.
You're climbing the dragon's
Yeah.
legs.
So, okay. They just need to get to like the side and they'll be able to rake over. So they do a multi-attack.
Right?
I'm just about to see what's up there as well.
It's a party.
I'll get on the back of that dragon.
I feel like after the bears, this column is about full up.
Yeah.
On the
The
back
column
of the dragon.
collapses
Awesome,
under its own
nice.
weight.
We need to get that dragon down.
Okay, so we got 2 bite attacks, and 1 fucking, what's it called, claw. So they're +5, so I've got 24, 24, and 22.
Alright, those 3 will hit.
Okay, so then I need to roll 1d8,
Oh, I'm off to you. Okay.
and 2d6.
Yes. Brown bears eat dragon.
Nox has already had his turn, right?
That's fine.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, so 9 damage.
Oh, what's the total?
Okay,
Because it's all
9
physical.
Sorry, 9
That's why you don't
plus
do 2 more when you enter.
14,
I think it'll be a shot.
17, wait, 17 plus 8
It'll be a shot,
is
so that'll be
25.
25 damage?
We'll just get the
That's me, and then is there a...
Call attack to shut
Can you repeat this?
Alright.
The mechanics are very tricky.
We need to make
If you
it
want to push something 5 feet
Let's
away,
see.
it's not
Screen
an actual shot action. Which you can do.
The question that got posed because there's no official interpretation, so it's up to the DM.
Transformation lasts for a minute until the end of the bonus action. Your name shall light.
unconscious duration.
So I can make this reduced to 0, so maybe death saves. Then he's taking damage from radiant consumption each night, which of course affects failed death saves. I don't know, it's dead.
Radiant consumption still.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I think it ends when you're unconscious.
The only thing it says in the book, is that it lasts for 1 minute or until you end it as a bonus action, which is why there's no official clarification in the rules. So that's why the first comment on there says it's going to be up to the DM, but like one way you could see it as like, you know, like the mortar exploding in flames and blah blah blah. But again, that's up to the DM. That's why I present
I
the
think-
thing, because I was looking at the rules and like it's not a concentration thing. So
That's like saying that Jalen, my other Esmar character, could continue flying if he was knocked unconscious. It's also an Esmar.
However, I'm looking up now. However, I do remember them saying something in the D&D thing about how he could kill himself.
yes, that's the thing. That's why I took damage from
I think
that.
I would say that's
Oh.
Again,
unnecessarily harsh. So if you have to consciously activate it, then when you become unconscious, it deactivates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
the way that it's worded, and this is why I'm asking, is because it says you erupt with celestial power, which is why you're in this. And the only way to end it is for it to take its course or end it as a bonus action.
And it says
It says that specifically. It's not concentration.
So I fire off 2 ice arrows and they both go wide, and then I cast Sanctuary on myself. That's my turn.
This is why I'm asking you, because it specifically states in the book that the only way to end it is 1 minute or...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think it turns off still. You don't fail a bunch of death saves because of it.
And I can teleport.
Whose turn is it?
I just finished my turn and I did nothing.
Right.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, we're about done. Feather Marshal.
Hold on.
Yay!
2 seconds.
My skull face.
And keep in mind that pillar is kind of full now.
I'm going on the back of the dragon.
Oh my
Not his head. That's what I wanted to do anyway, whether the pillar is full or not.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Can I do it?
Sure, I don't give a shit. Let's finish this episode. I'm gonna go home and eat a hot dog.
Well, I guess it's there and come down on his head.
Okay, yeah, this is 100% ridiculous, but let's just go for it.
The only thing it is
I'm just saying, imagine the scenario.
The way
There
I'm
are,
seeing it now, it looks like you're 69.
there's
probably what I did.
There's a Goliath barbarian lady waving her axe at the bottom. 2 bears clambered up the entire side of the stone pillar and began attacking the dragon. Cool is also. And then for some reason you're also.
Smoking.
Oh, wow.
And
There was
Thor comes out of nowhere.
Nice, so on his.
Ben.
He's gonna. Yes.
How nice.
There was one thing you forgot.
Well, he's going to make
while
a.
it's on, everyone around you has to make a charisma saving throw against being frightened. And if the dragon becomes frightened, he gets disadvantage on attacks against you.
So he's gonna make it.
That's already
I
happened.
think,
What?
Yeah, too bad.
Next time, read up.
Yeah, next time read up, man. Anyone within 10 feet of you who sees you has to make a charisma saving throw against being frightened.
Sure, that's not the necrotic shroud.
Well,
That is
have
the
you-
approach up. He's not
This
close.
is not necrotic
Oh,
shroud.
he's not
Yeah.
close.
No, it's range and some.
Oh, okay, that's
No,
good.
you're thinking about the other Azamar.
That's the scourge.
Alright, so let's continue. So you pop up,
Yeah.
and he tries to hit you with his tail as a legendary action because he gets to take those.
how do you stop it?
It's 19.
It does get to take them at the end of somebody's turn.
This
This is like halfway through that turn.
I thought it was before your turn.
What can be before then? Then I'm not there.
Well,
I'm still in my turn. You know, I've moved and now I'm going to attack him.
yeah, and then he does his legendary action.
Okay, can I attack?
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll look up the legendary action stuff more
21.
specifically next time. 21 hits.
I will try to stun him. Attack him, yeah. 8 plus 4, 12 damage on that one. And I'm going to try stunning striking.
Okay. 12 damage of 14. And then
Second hit. But yeah, you just make a con save.
let's see, he's going to choose to complete it. So that was one legendary save.
Oh. And I attack him again. My second attack. Yeah, 27.
That hits.
And I'll try to stun him again. 6, 10 damage as well. 2 keyboards gone. And that is it. Now, sort of.
Passes that one on his own without the save,
Okay.
without using a legendary save.
There you go.
And then tail attack, which will do. Tail attack. Oh gosh. 21 damage. Ouch.
That hurts.
And then Korgul and Elvira. Korgul doesn't do anything.
Do I
He's
fall off?
pretending. He's protecting. Let's say he shoots Eldritch Blasts at the archer. 2 of them. 1 hits. What's Eldritch Blast damage? A D10?
D10 per blast.
Alright, so one of the archers takes a little bit more damage. He's not that bad.
It's like absent-mindedly.
Whatever. This Eldritch Blast bullies me. And I think that is a good stop point. We don't have any sound for this episode, so to all our viewers out there, sorry.
Power cuts, what can you do?
Catch us again next time on Dice, Nerds, and Nagas.